Hey guys, it's Jimmy Bremner and Dexter, the dog face boy. Urban Trail in the 416, and today we're at the dump. So it's going to be a catch up. We've been away for about a week and a half, 2 weeks now. And the reason being is the last time we came here, Dexter got into poison ivy or something, and he'd had a huge rash on him and got really lethargic. So we gave him some Benadryl as needed, and he's come around beautifully now. The rash is gone, and he's got all the energy back. So I'm not exactly sure what it is. I understand there can be an allergic reaction to Queen Anne's lace, which it's all over. It's everywhere here, right? And so he went charging through that, and those stems are maybe 3-4 feet high, and so he went in there after something and came out, and by the time we got home, like he said, he had a big rash on him, but he's good to go now. So today I want to talk about what to do when it starts getting colder. It's kind of mild today. I'm going to guess it's around 0 or maybe 1 or 2 below Celsius, and what you have to do, again, I'll go through this if you remember the acronym COLD, okay? So you want to keep your clothing as clean as possible, okay? If you go, through the mud, or you're cut through the bush and you've got furs and things like that on, you want to get that out of there. If you're out, for a couple of days, what have you, then, your body starts to work against you because we sweat and everything else. So what you can do over a fire, over the smoke, it helps sort of sanitize your jacket and takes away that body odor type of thing. O is for overheating, right? And when you dress in layers, it's easy to overheat. So you've got to constantly be regulating your body temperature by either donning or doffing some clothing, okay? And because it's that sweat, it's that moisture that will eventually get you, okay? So overheating, make sure you're and again, getting cold as well. So again, layer and that type thing. Right now I'm sitting beside this giant hydro pylon, but I've got a 50-gallon drum liner under me and a piece of cardboard for some insulation there. So I'm comfortable watching Dexter chase things down below. But again, you got to regulate things. So we did C, clean, overheating. Now we're on to layered, L. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're layered. Okay, so today I've got a Polypro base layer on. I have to have like a turtleneck or something like that, a gaiter or what have you, because the hair goes down here, and I get freezing, from that. So I always have a big layer around my neck. So again, you want to have those layers. So again, I've got the Polypro, all right, under layer. Then my next layer, okay, is my clothing. But what do I wear? So today, I don't know if you can see them, but I have on these pants from Cat that are Caterpillar that are lined, and they're pretty rugged, and they're quite warm. So I have that on. Again, under my jacket here, I've got this really thin, puffy jacket that you can scrunch down. Really easy to travel with, really, good. So I've got that on, and then, like I say, my poly underlayer. As far as your feet go, you want, again, to layer an undersock and an oversock, and you should be good. This jacket that I'm wearing is Gore-Tex, and it has the zippers under the sleeves, so it vents. And so, again, you got to pick out, the clothes for the mission, basically. It's got 2 hoods on it, and, for the wind. So that's good to have. And it has a big pocket in the back where I stow a poncho and some rain pants back there to keep me dry, right? So I've got it all contained in this jacket. for your feet, I mean, it might sound silly, but back in the day when we were kids, we would use bread bags on our feet. And as funny as it sounds, it keeps you quite warm, right? So there are always ways to get around things. So we did C, we did O, we did L, layered, and now we're going to do dry. Try and keep your clothing dry. Again, a small fire, you can dry things out, but the biggest thing that's going to get you is your own body perspiration. That's what's going to get you. So as you start to feel, you're getting overheated, you've got to strip off layers, right? Let that perspiration dry out with the air passing by, and then start to layer up as you start to feel yourself getting a bit colder. Like if you're working, like you're sawing, you're chopping, what have you, you're going to get hot. So you might not, you might want to take all this off and then start whatever work it is that you're going to do. So that's basically the secret to it. It's clean, avoid overheating, layered, and then dry, right? So keep all of those things in mind that you can again, stay warm, enjoy yourself when you're out on the trail. Dexter has his jacket on today. As you know, he doesn't have a whole lot of hair on his underbelly, so he can get quite cold. So I make sure that I watch him, watch their paws, because the snow and the salt can get, stuck in there. But here there's no salt, so I don't worry about it. But certainly I inspect them before we go back home. Of course, you want to have, other things that keep you warm are snacks, chocolate, and eat more bars and things like that along the way. I was going to make a pot of tea here, but I don't think I will today. It's just not the right spot. Okay, so, but probably, next time maybe we'll do that. We'll cook something and do a pot of tea. Now, that said, I want to do like sort of a stream of consciousness here about, like sort of how the internet can drive you crazy. I think they call it doom scrolling. But I gotta tell you, there's a lot of stuff on the internet that I'm not getting. Like this. This particular knife, I've reviewed it before. It's from Canadian Tire, and it's like $19. It's crazy sharp, it's robust, it's a full tang, it's got a nice sheath with a great belt loop to it, and it's great. Do I care what kind of steel it's made out of, or the edge geometry? Or I care that it cuts, all right? That's the only threshold I have for it. Is it sharp? Can it cut, right? That's it. So I'm exhausted with it, right? What's better? This is that, what the best tool you have is the one you have in your hand right now. Make, model, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's what you can do with that tool and its limitations. Right? So I'm exhausted with it. Other things like all these tactical things and gun reviews, and exhausted. Okay, it's just too much for me. So I'm now like just blocking that stuff out, right? Because it's just not. For your mental health, you can't be looking at stuff that totally frustrates you all the time. I'm just looking at Dexter, he spotted something. Anyways, like I said, it's all of those things that are there constantly, and I think in some cases it's actually sending the wrong message, right? Like deployment. How fast do I gotta, take out my knife to cut an apple? Or I don't get it, right? So a bit of a rant, but I think you understand what I mean. You know, they talk about like knife innovations. It has a handle and a blade from caveman times. It's like a bicycle, has two wheels and a chain. That's it. It's like shoelaces. That's the limit of exploitation in terms of its technology. That's as far as it's going, right? So I think we all need to, you know, relax and just enjoy what we're doing when we're in the outdoors, right? It just, like I said, you can see it's bothering me a bit. So my my objective is just to lay off of it. You know, I'll watch, you know, videos about dogs and cats and animals and, you know, happy type stuff, because it's and I understand it's a business for people. I get that part, but I think, again, as a potential, you know, customer or whatever, you really have to use some common sense and ask yourself. You see, the problem isn't the silly question. The problem is the unchallenged answer. Okay, so you have to be a bit skeptical when people are saying things to you, even me. If I'm wrong, tell me. Not a problem. Not going to get upset. It's all good. You know, so you know, that's where I'm going to end with this one. You know, I just had to get it off my chest. It's too much trying to keep up with all this nonsense all the time. You know, there's very few circumstances where you have to be like 100% like in the game. Okay, there's very few in life that you'll come across, unless you have a background, you know, like mine. And I've done all that, right? I've done it all. So I don't, you know, and what I can say from that experience is, for most people, it's just get out there and enjoy the outdoors with whatever tools you can afford, and you're going to have a great time, okay? And that's all there is to it. All right, so Dexter, come here, and I appreciate you listening. Up. Here. Dexter, come here, silly boy. Dexter, the dog-faced boy. And it's Jimmy Bremner, Urban Trail in the 416. And thanks for watching. Please comment on this one and help me, you know, understand what's going on with this internet and these YouTube things. Hopefully it's not just me. Okay, so Urban Trail, Dexter, Jimmy, we're out.